Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. So, before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Actually, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. If you have any topic, any questions, any feedback, anything that you want me to give you my take on, by all means, put it in the comment section. If you want me to connect, if you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, on Facebook, you can search for me, Carlos Flores Jr. You'll see my face and my beard. On Instagram, you can type in at Back on Basics. On X, you can type in on Basics. On Threads, you can type in Back on Basics. So, let's talk about fear. Fear is actually something that we all have. Let's be honest. We all have fears. Little fears, big fears, giant fears, fears that some people can't get out of their houses. And the thing is, there's a lot of different reasons why we have these fears. Psychology says that there's a combination of nature versus nurture. Remember what I talked about, right? I'm always bringing psychology. I love it. This is what motivates me. This is what gets me going. So nature is what we're made up with, right? The thing is, right, we get some parts from our father's side, and we get some parts from our mother's side. When they combine, sometimes we get things that come up. Sometimes we get like anxieties, and sometimes we get other things like, being introverted like me. Like I can hide myself in a room without saying anything for hours. And yet here I am, right? Talking to you all for like, I don't know, sometimes 10, 12, 13, 14, the most has been like 23 minutes about a topic because I'm so excited to do so. And so that plays a great deal in how you see things, how you perceive things. The other aspect is the nature aspect, and that's life experiences, perceptions. It just means that we all process things differently. We're all different. I've been saying this for the last maybe 15 videos. It's by nature, we're all different. By nature. I mean, that's the saying, but it's actually a combination of the nature versus nurture that makes us very different. Even twins are different. Remember, right? One comes out, is born, and then the second one is born later on. Even if it's 1 second later, the world has changed in 1 second. The thing, relatively, things have changed, and so we're all different. I know that we have a lot of our genetic makeup that is similar to our families and our parents and our siblings and everything. But you know what? We're unique. You have to embrace that. You have to embrace that you're unique. But here's the thing. We all have fear. We all have fears that sometimes slows us down. Sometimes we can't get things started. Sometimes we can't finish things. But the thing is that, we get to the point where it's so debilitating that we can't get out of bed. And that, I mean, if it's your choice not to get out of bed, more power to you. But if it's because you can't, because your thoughts are just running through in a negative fashion, and that's creating more and more and more and more fear. I mean, it is what it is. I'll give you an example. Remember, I've talked about this so much. The war in El Salvador. It just changed the way who I am. I mean, I became more of an introvert. I was an extrovert before. I was half and half, let's say that. But I became more of an introvert because I wanted to keep it to myself. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know how to tell people, I saw this, I saw that, I heard this, This is what I experienced. I mean, there's so many different things that made me fearful. And I'm telling you, right? What have I said in the last few videos, and then even in the videos before? I'm here for you. We're going on a journey that is similar, not identical. It's similar. And I'm here for you. And I'm more than willing to give you parts of the education that I think are going to help you, tidbits here and there that are going to help you. But at the same time, life stories, so that way you can see where I come from. I mean, this is what I love doing. This is what I love doing. If it was up to me, and I said it again, maybe about 50 videos ago, I would do this all day. I would create videos on different topics. I would be outside. I would travel. I would showcase different things. I would talk about life balance, right? Mind-body balance. If you think it, you can do it. And if you can do it, you can think it. But a lot of the times that doesn't happen because of fear. Because we're afraid. We're afraid that we're gonna fail. We're afraid because we're not gonna do a good enough job. We're afraid because somebody's telling us that we're not doing a good job. That we're not the right person. That we're not doing things right for your family. That we're not providing. That we're not being fatherly or motherly. That we're not working hard. I mean, again, this world is negative, and then as soon as you process through, it goes to positive. Well, most people don't process the negative, so they live in a negative world. So they spew things, they tell things, they say things that make you feel like you're always on guard. You're always protecting yourself. You're always telling people why you're doing the things you're doing because you don't know how they're seeing it. And it's amazing because fear is such a huge thing that slows us down. And I'm telling you, fear can be conquered. Fear can be set aside. Fear can be detached. Fear can be extinguished. It depends on how you do it. So those are the things that I want you to think about. Because you know what? It's doing the activities that you love. You know how many times have I said it this week? It's do the activities that you love. Why? Because that creates motivation. That creates mental sharpness, mental focus. Mental focus means that you are processing like this, right? You're processing. You're going like this. You're thinking about different ideas. You got ideas. You're processing. You're putting things together. You know, I'm kind of like a big puzzle person. You know, I put different things and I put them together to provide a better way of looking at things. That's one of the things that I'm good at. Videos, talking naturally to you, talking truthfully to you, being very open and honest, telling you some of the things that I have gone through, some of the things that I'm still dealing with. I mean, fear is fear. I mean, I'm always concerned. I mean, I was concerned for a while that, you know, it's like I again, during the pandemic, I got laid off. You know how much in the back of my mind, it's getting smaller and smaller, but in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, what if I lose this job? And then what? But then I have to process because guess what? I'm in that negative zone, right? So I'm going to have to process and balance my mind and my body so that way I can get to the positive zone. You have to do activities. You have to do things that get your mind going and get your body and your physical activities going. Again, they don't have to be like go to the gym. It doesn't have to be like that. It's like sweeping, vacuuming, I don't know. I'm just telling you. Cleaning the car. I know some of you, a lot of you like to clean your car. Um, helping somebody out, volunteering somewhere, helping your neighbors, even saying hi to your neighbors. It's that simple. It's compounding the victories, all of the victories that you're having because you want to move forward, right? And even if you fall, remember I said this yesterday, even if you fall forward. That way you're looking to your goals. That way you're looking ahead. That way you're not looking back. Because once you look back, oh my goodness. Now you see all the stuff that you've been through. Now you see the things that you don't want to deal with. Now you see that fear. And that comes in and engulfs you. So you have to make sure that you're always building on your victories. Victories don't have to be big. They can be small, right? For me, this victory, I thought, and I'm going to be honest with you, I thought that when I started less than a year ago, it's almost a year, I thought I was going to give up shortly after I started. I didn't. I got excited, then I started thinking about the topics. Then I started thinking about different aspects of psychology and life balance and preparing kids from high school to college or technical school or barber school, whichever, right? It's one of those things that you don't appreciate things until they're gone sometimes. And one of the things that I actually appreciated because I got it back was the ability to be motivated to be in front of you. You go look at my videos when I first started. I was like, it's night and day. You can see the difference. If you look at one of my first videos versus the video right now, it's night and day. It's night and day because it's hard to deal with a lot of things. Remember, human beings, we put a lot on our plates. We do a lot of things. But we do that because, I'm going to be very honest with you, we don't want to deal with fear. So we try to keep ourselves busy. But there's a difference between being busy to kind of mask away the fears or doing activities that will give you victories and you can compound them and be successful more and more and more and more until you're like just moving forward. You said, I can do this. I can do this. I'll give you another example. For the longest time, I think it was 6-7 years, I was part of a father support group. There was 3 of us that co-facilitated. Loved it. Gentlemen, if you're watching these videos, look, I even put the Forever Fathers shirt. Haven't forgotten you all. I actually, some of the greatest times have been in that group because it's like like-minded guys that want to better themselves, want to support their children, want to get ahead, and just want to have a place where, even if it's for an hour and a half, that's what I got from Forever Fathers. It was a safe place. We did improv. We did a lot of different things. You see me smiling. You see I'm getting red. I'm getting goosebumps. It was great. That was another thing that was compounding and compounding and compounding. It was great. We did a lot of different things. We did a lot of activities. We did celebrations at the end of the year. Fathers got gifts. We did a lot of different things. It was all run by a nonprofit. And so it was amazing. Dads, haven't forgotten. Forever Fathers. Hey, when are you a dad? forever, right? Forever. And that's one of the things. And one of our favorite sayings came from somebody who resting in peace. His name is Rene. He said, we always ask Rene, what do we do to become better fathers? And he would always say, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And what he meant was the interaction. He meant that was the support. He meant was the education of the kids. He meant was bringing in others to support the family unit. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how some of the things that happen in that group, some of the conversations we've had, some of the activities that we did. And so again, I mean, it's one of those things. It's a great group. Had a good time. Facilitators are all of us three still connect with each other. It's amazing. I love it. But see, those are the things that I'm telling you. Sometimes we need to find a place, a safe place, a neutral place that we can process things either on our own or with others around us that we trust, that we know that they're going to tell us the truth, that they're not going to sugarcoat things. I mean, we never sugarcoated things in those groups, because sometimes these dads were down in the dumps. They how to move forward and be with their kids. I mean, it was amazing. There was a lot of successes, but there was also a lot of opportunities that we could have done better. And so, but again, right? It's just, I haven't stopped smiling since I've been talking about that. So find something. Like right now, I can do I can do a lot of things because my mind is so sharp. It's thinking about not just Forever Fathers, but it's thinking about videos. It's thinking about the topics that I've been talking to you about. It's thinking about different aspects. But this is just not about fathers either. Remember, I'm talking to all of you. All of you are in this journey with me. We are unique human beings. We are unique individuals. We need to process. We need to get past this fear, because fear fear is not a male or female or any gender. Fear is fear. And it's the first thing that we think about whenever we think about something that may be a little stressful, or maybe something happened in the past that you're afraid to try it again. I mean, so we have to push ourselves through it. But what I'm saying is, find a place, find a group of people, find a person, talk to your support group, talk to your village, right? Be in the present moment. All of those things will help, and it helps you move forward. So just realize this, or remember this. Fear goes away. Fear is kind of like an adrenaline high. As soon as you go down, fear goes away. And then you start focusing. It's just getting through it. Get through it. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section, because I'll be more than happy to give you my take on those things. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. Put things in the comment section, questions, topics, comment. If you want me to give you my take on anything, connect with me on social media outlets. Send me a private message if you have a private question. I mean, literally, we all have fears. Let's just get past them. Till next time, Back on Basics.